Alright, got another recent get here, and this one's pretty exciting and a little bit unexpected. Kind of showed up at the last minute, but this is an Amiga 3000. And while I've owned lots of Amigas throughout the years, and one of my first computers was an Amiga 500, I've never owned an Amiga that is quite as powerful as this one is. I actually got this in a trade. I traded a Nintendo 3DS for it. I had to drive a couple hours to pick it up, but I think this is well worth it. This is a great little machine. It looks pretty stock, but I'll tell you what all's been done to it. One thing to note here is the cover for the floppy drive that's supposed to, if it's only a one floppy drive machine, it's supposed to have a little piece of plastic here that covers that up, is missing. But I've got a replacement floppy drive on the way, and I've got the button for this, so I'll just put another drive in there. I think it looks better that way anyways. This machine normally came with a Motorola 68030 processor, either 16 or 25 megahertz. But in this particular machine, there is a processor upgrade board bringing it to a 68040 at 25 megahertz, which is quite a performance increase. Even though they run at the same clock speed, the 68040 is a much more efficient, much faster processor. This thing is maxed out with 16 megs of RAM, which you think, well, that's not a whole lot, but you consider for an Amiga, that's a lot of memory. Also, one of the coolest things is it's running a compact flash drive as a hard drive. It's got a 4 gig compact flash card that's being used as the hard drive. One thing that's really nice about this is it makes it a lot easier to transfer files over to the Amiga. I can pop out the compact flash card and plug it into a compact flash reader and run an emulator like WinUAE and boot to it and actually map a local drive on my computer to where I can dump files in there and transfer them over, plug it back into the Amiga, and have whatever files I need. So it really makes it a lot easier to transfer files back and forth. Of course, obviously not the original monitor. Alright, so looking at the back of the machine, you can see the compact flash card right there, 4 gigs, and located on the back makes it a lot easier to just pop that thing out and plug it into the compact flash reader on the PC. But you also see a little extra graphics card here. This allows for different video modes that the onboard VGA does not support, and you gotta have a little pass-through cable here, which you can see in order for the thing to work. Makes it a lot easier to use this on more modern SVGA monitors, even though it has a native VGA plug. And also there's a little switch down here that allows you to switch between high resolution 31K or 15 kilohertz RGB, which is the classic Amiga video plug that you see right there. So with that, let's turn this thing on. Of course, booting off a compact flash, this computer is pretty quick because there's no rotational disk, no moving parts. And there it is, fully loaded. Like I said, I don't have much on here. It's pretty much just a couple of utilities needed for the processor board, the video card, but very quick performance. Alright, not much to see here, at least just yet, until I can get some things on it. But let's crack open the case and take a look at the insides. Okay, so we've got the Amiga 3000 opened up here, and it may just look like a big bundle of cables and circuit boards, but I'm going to show you what's really special about this particular machine and why I was so excited to pick it up. So we'll take a look here at this top controller board, and this is actually the IDE controller. Right now it's connected to this compact flash adapter, and that's where our hard drive is located. And if I wanted to, I could plug in any conventional IDE hard drive into this and be able to use it with the system. But I really like having the compact flash. It makes it a lot easier, a lot more convenient to just pop out the card and plug it into the PC. Also got a NIC card here. I believe it's 10 megabits, maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried to play around with it too much. And then below here is our video card. Wow, that's a pretty big expansion board. Goes all the way to the end of the case. I haven't noticed that. Here's an important little tidbit about these machines. If you're looking to get one, make absolutely sure that you know the condition of the battery in these, because originally these shipped with NiCad batteries, barrel type batteries, and what happens is after about 10 years, you know, it always varies, the batteries begin to bloat and leak acid, and it is catastrophic for these motherboards. And if you happen to pick one up and at a garage sale or something like that, you're really taking a gamble of having the motherboard destroyed by these batteries. It really makes a nasty mess. So fortunately this one has been converted early in its life to where no battery corrosion. This one's been converted to a lithium rechargeable coin battery, CR2032. So these typically do not leak, so we'll be good here. When it dies, and then you just swap it out. But underneath this panel here, and it might be difficult to show you, and I don't really want to pull all this off, but underneath here is your memory and your CPU. So let me grab a flashlight and see if we can have a look inside of there. Alright, I got the flashlight pointed inside. You can see there's been some modifications made. You guys who have A3000s or are familiar with them, I'm sure you can tell right off the bat the ZIP RAM sockets, the memory upgrade sockets, have been desoldered from this motherboard, and these strange wires have been soldered in. That is because if you look over here, you can see there's been a modification made, this little upgrade board that adds SIM sockets, and this is where the 16 megs of RAM is, located in these SIM sockets here. A total of 18 megabytes with the chip memory factored in. And over here you can kind of see our 68040 processor and processor board with the heatsink on it. Thing gets pretty hot, so these 68040s are pretty notorious for running hot, but this one's got a nice little heatsink on it, so should be more than adequate for this little 25 megahertz processor. But that's a look at this really nice Amiga, and hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at it, and I'm sure I'll be posting some updates on this thing as I figure it out and play around with it a little bit. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching.